Yeah, the final match of the evening coming up in the GeoComply Remote Darts League. And once this is all over, keep your eye on the league table because all of our players will have completed 6 matches apiece, so all level as far as games played after this. So give us a really good look at how the league is shaping up. To complete phase 2, so to speak, we welcome back Canada's David Cameron and England's James Richardson. We'll catch a quick word with the two players. Hello again. Now, David, you've had 2 real battles, 6-4s, but you've come out on the winning side on both occasions.
Yeah, hey, you know what? As I say, you just got to, the timing is right, and it worked out well, and I'm going to take it. So, yeah, absolutely, pretty happy with it.
Okay, well, James, you've also maintained your unbeaten record. The 2 of you unbeaten thus far, a win over Laura and then that draw with Justin.
Yeah, I'm happy with the results, you know. Just happy, Richard.
You always are, James. Right, now, David, it's a bit of a tradition on the Remote Darts League. We don't ask James anymore if he remembers playing anyone.
No,
whether he has or not, he'll say no. But do you remember ever competing against James?
No, I did not, actually. So, seen him on the TV there a couple of times and played well. It was awesome. Good to watch. It was fun.
Indeed he is. Well, there we have it. That's the truth. They've not met before. They're going to meet tonight in the Remote Darts League. Still a civilised hour for you, David, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's only just about 5 to 8 in the evening, so the sun's still shining here. It's slowly going down, but yeah, it's nice out today, so it's pretty cool.
Okay, well, it's about 7 minutes to midnight, James, so we'll get this game on.
Okay.
Before the clock strikes 12. The last thing we want is anybody turning into a pumpkin before we get there, so this is it, the final game. David will have the darts. Yeah, the pride of Canada in many ways, David Cameron, the man that's qualified year after year for the World Championship, top of the Canadian regional table. And of course, James has plenty of World Championship prowess himself. Played on the biggest stage of them all at the Ali Pali.
I'm ready to go, guys.
David is set. How about you, James?
Yeah, I'm ready, mate, yeah.
Well, this is it then. The first leg, it's David to throw first.
Very well, James. $99. $95. $97. $134. $45. $180.
The first of the match, it's James.
$96.
James requires 92.
$52.
David, you require 164.
$84.
James on 40.
$30.
David, you require 80.
Ooh, 40 scored.
James, you require 10.
First half.
It's game shot and the first leg to James Richardson. Second leg, it's James to throw first.
$97.
100.
82.
60.
59.
134.
180.
180 goes to David there, but James on 110.
70.
David requires 80.
60.
James, you require 40.
2.
Second leg to James Richardson. Third leg, David to throw first.
100.
82.
46.
137.
42.
44.
59.
61.
I think David's last score was 59. Is that correct, David?
Yes, correct, yeah.
Yeah, so David's last score 59 and then 61 for James.
Oh, 55.
95.
55.
55, thank you.
137.
99.
James requires 40.
First start.
It's game shot and the third leg, James Richardson. Fourth leg, James to throw first.
58.
100.
60.
100.
140.
100.
180.
Second for Richardson.
100.
James requires 63.
2.
Well, 4 straight tons for David, but it's game shot and the 4th leg to James Richardson. 5th leg, David to throw first.
Oh, get out of it. 81.
$99.
180.
2 180s apiece now.
140.
45.
92.
60.
James, you require 170.
125.
And David requires 135.
52 scored.
James requires 45.
In 2.
It's game shot and the 5th leg to James Richardson. And the 6th leg is James to throw first.
180.
180 number 3 for James.
100.
180.
Well, look at this. The GeoComply Remote Darts League and James Richardson on the 9-dart finish.
140.
James requires 141.
81.
Nearly started booing there.
60.
57.
James requires 60.
In 3 darts.
Wow, a 12-dart finish to end the match. Game shot and that match goes to James Richardson.
Good job, James.
Me. I mean, David, I'm going to start with you here. The first couple of legs, you left 80.
Yeah.
And missed both. They go in. This game is completely different.
100%, and that's what it's all about. It's about hitting your doubles. Unfortunately, I didn't do it. He did. So hats off to him, man. It was a great match. He shot well. So I'll take it though so far. I'm pretty happy with everything so far. So
yeah, sorry that the evening ends for you in a negative way, but overall, as you say, positive results.
Oh, 100%. You know, like I said, I know I got lots more games to play yet, and as I say, I plan on being there at the top or pretty near the top, and so we'll see what happens. So.
Absolutely. And James, I mean, you said you were happy before the game started. You must be absolutely delighted after that.
Oh, yeah, I'm delighted. I think that puts me top of the league, I think. Sorry, Paul.
I'm sure you already know.
Above you, Paul. Paul, I'm above you. He keeps on messaging me on Facebook. Well, let me win so I'll go top. No, you go second. I want to.
I can assure you. I see what goes on in that particular chat room, and nobody's letting anybody win. James, all joking aside, I doubt that's a scoreline you expected against Mr. Cameron.
Not at all. I mean, I've been following David, and he's a power scorer, absolute machine. And I thought, I've got a game here, and I don't think David brought his A game there. I mean, David is a absolute class player with scoring. He's probably up there with the best, I think. And he'll do some damage in this, and he'll be back. That'll hurt him, and he'll be back.
Well, I think that should give you a lot of satisfaction, that result, James, because as I said before the game, David hadn't lost a match, so that really was an impressive result.
Yeah, I'm happy with the result. I'm happy with the result, but I think David will bounce back from this one because he's a class player.
Well, no doubt about that. And David, you do have a chance to bounce back pretty quick. Just a couple of days wait for you, and then you return. You take on Tony O'Shea. That's always lots of fun. Joe Chaney, who I'm sure you know very well from the United States.
Sure, yeah. I mean, Joe, I run into Joe all the time in tournaments when I travel down that way and stuff. Great guy, and like I say, you don't underestimate him for sure. But I feel pretty confident overall, so I look forward to that as well.
Excellent. We're actually both taking on O'Shea's because, James, you join us again next Saturday, and you're going to be taking on amongst your trio, John O'Shea.
Yeah, I don't think I've never played him either. I like you Google that.
We don't believe you. Lorraine Winstanley in there, Darren Hera-Winnie, lots of players looking to get into form, so it doesn't get any easier.
I've played Lorraine. Now you can Google that one.
I'll let you tell me all about it. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for completing our entertainment for this evening, and we look forward to seeing you both again soon.
Yeah, cheers, Richard.
Yeah.
Cheers, Dave. All the best, buddy.
Great games, bud. Thank you guys for everything.
Thank you. So that completes night number 8, which means we can take a really good look at our league table. As it all stands, as James mentioned, he's looking to see where he fits on the league table. They were our matches for this evening, but we've completed those, and I can tell you the scores as we run through them. David was a 6-4 winner over Justin Thompson. James Richardson, a 6-0 winner over Laura Turner. There was a brilliant 5-5 draw between Richardson and Thompson in that third match, and Laura got so close to a point against David Cameron, 6 legs to 4. That was, and we've seen 2 6-0s to end it, one for Justin and one for James, and that is where we have the league table. As James has been boasting, he's top of the league, 11 points out of 12, ahead of the only other player who remains unbeaten thus far, Paul Hogan, who's had 4 wins and 2 draws. Looking at our players that took part tonight, Laura in 13th place, so close to a 3rd point. We knew she had 2 minimum, but she could have added a point earlier on, as I've mentioned, and working our way up. Dave Cameron, despite that heavy defeat, he'd had a good campaign. He still sits there in 7th place on 8 points, but they're all bunched up. Larry Butler, Joe Chaney, the North American contingent, all there together. And Justin Thompson, he's still maintained his position, just a couple of points off the top in 3rd place. So that is where we leave it for this evening. Just to point our interest now to tomorrow, Larry Butler there, just outside the playoff places. He returns, as does Justin Thompson, as we've mentioned. They're joined by Paul Hogan, so Paul's back straight away to see if he can get back on top. And Stacey Pace completes the lineup for our Tuesday evening. On behalf of everybody here involved this evening, it's a big thank you. We've enjoyed it. We hope you have too. And I'll sign off with a high ho.